Given the function r of x is equal to x plus 3 over x minus 5, we want to find the values of x that make the function less than or equal to 0. So what it's asking us is they want to ask us, okay, if the function is r of x, it says that we want it to be less than or equal to 0, which means we want it to make it less than or equal to 0. So we know that r of x is equal to x plus 3 over x minus 5. So we have x plus 3 over x minus 5, and we want that to be less than or equal to 0. So now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what are the critical points, since we know that we have the rational expression on the right side and a 0, on the left side, and the 0 is on the right. So we're going to set our numerator equal to 0, so x plus 3 is equal to 0. So we know one of the critical points is negative 3. And then the other critical point, x minus 5, which is equal to 0, we know that x is equal to 5. And remember that since that's in the denominator, it's undefined at that point. So now let's go ahead and draw our number line. And so we know that we have a critical point at negative 3, and we have another one at 5. So let's create our regions. So we have region 1, we have region 2, and then we have region 3. Okay, so now let's write our intervals for those. So we're going from negative infinity to negative 3. Now keep in mind that this is less than or equal to, so that means we're going to have a bracket here. So we go from negative infinity to negative 3. And then we're going to go from negative 3 to 5. Now 5 has a parenthesis because it's undefined. So we're going to go bracket negative 3 to 5. And then we're going to go from 5 to positive infinity. So therefore the interval goes 5 to positive infinity. Now what we're going to do in step 5 is to check our regions. So for region number 1, we can pick the value of x to be negative 4. So using the expression x plus 3 over x minus 5 to be less than or equal to 0. So if we have negative 4 plus 3 over negative 4 minus 5, let's see if that's less than or equal to 0. Well, negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Negative 4 minus 5 is negative 9. If we divide a negative divided by a negative, it makes it positive. So is positive 1/9 less than or equal to 0? Well, that answer is false. So we know it's false for region 1. Okay, let's take a look at region 2. The easiest number that we can pick is 0. So again, using the expression x plus 3 over x minus 5 to see if it's less than or equal to 0. So we have 0 plus 3 over 0 minus 5. Well, that gives us negative 3/5, and that is less than 0. So we can say that it's true for region number 2. And then if we take a look at region number 3, we're going to let x equal 6 as it comes after 5. So again, using the expression x plus 3 over x minus 5, we're going to set that to be less than 0, or less than or equal to 0. So we have 6 plus 3 over 6 minus 5. You want to make sure that that is less than or equal to 0. 6 plus 3 is 9 over 1. So is 9 less than or equal to 0? Well, that answer is false. So we know that it's false here for number 3. So where do we know that it's true in our number line? Well, we can see that it's true for region number 2, and we can see that it's the interval that goes from bracket negative 3 to 5 with a parenthesis. So the answer is bracket negative 3 to 5 with a parenthesis.